Hello and welcome to the Good News Show with Dr. Newcov. I am your host, Dr. Newcov. I love to cover the good news for a change. Too much bad news out there. This show is hopefully going to inspire you and bring you smiles. I have to say that I get these good news stories from various news agencies on the internet. I am not going to take any credit for creating any of these stories. They are all true stories and they have already been written and produced by different reporters. I am just here to share the good news with you, to share them with you. I love the good news stories. Okay, here is number one good news story for today. Teenager takes his great-grandmother to the prom. I know most teenagers would not do this. Most teenagers would rather go longboarding to Taco Bell. Not this young man. This young man is special, and so is his great-grandma. Roll the video.
A teenager in Rockford, Ohio is melting hearts across the country. 19-year-old Austin Dennison recently took his great-grandmother, 89-year-old Dolores Dennison, to his school prom. Several months ago, Austin called his grandma and said he wanted her to be his date for prom. Dolores was shocked and told him she has had a heart attack and a stroke and wasn't good on her feet. Dolores said he should have rather taken a girl from his class, but Austin wouldn't take no for an answer. What makes the story even sweeter is the fact that Dolores had never attended a prom prior to her date night with her great-grandson. She didn't graduate from her high school in West Virginia, and no one had ever asked her to be their date. On the big night of the event, the pair got ready and Austin played his grandma a song on his guitar. They then went out to dinner at a local Bob Evans restaurant before heading to the school. They slow danced and walked across the floor arm in arm. Dolores delighted the audience when she waltzed through a stream of balloons and pushed them aside with her cane. Reflecting on his special night, Austin remarked, "I feel stupendous. I know this helped her out. When you help others in some way, you help yourself. She means so much to us. I would do it all over again in a heartbeat."
Our next news story is about a hero janitor. He is not a superhero janitor because he can clean urinals faster than you can say flush. No, he is a hero janitor because he can save, and he actually saved a choking student. Let's go to the video.
A janitor at the Russellville Elementary School in South Colony is being called a hero after saving a first grader's life last week. The little girl was choking on her lunch when Steve O'Connor rushed to her rescue. Jennifer Lukey has the story tonight.
All right, kiddo.
Mr. Steve, as the kids call him around here, was in the right place at the right time a week ago.
I'm in here dumping the trash, and I always check on the kids, make sure if they need a milk opened or a straw opened or something like that. And then I noticed the girl jump up and grab her throat. Her face was bright red.
He immediately jumped into action.
So I went running over there. I asked her if she was choking. She shook her head. So I ended up patting her on the back 3 times, see if she was okay. And then she started turning blue, and I noticed that she wasn't doing good. So I ripped her up out of the table, turned her around, gave her the Heimlich twice. The nacho chip ended up coming out. She started gasping for air and started crying, so I knew she was okay.
By the time she was me, her color was good, her lungs were clear. She was totally calm about the whole thing, and then she happens to say, "Look, Mrs. Devaney, I also lost my tooth." So it was quite an event.
Quite the event that could have had a much different outcome for the little first grader.
We get the training here once a year, every year, on CPR, the AED machine. And as soon as I seen the girl, training just took right over. I wasn't even thinking. It was a split-second decision. Just go and help her out and do what I can do.
What he did may have very well saved that little girl's life. And this isn't the first time a janitor at this elementary school has saved the day. In 2001, Doug Hutton was working the night shift when he heard people screaming in the gym during a men's basketball league. He used an AED to revive a player.
The guy was flatlined. He zapped him. He flopped around and brought him back. Actually got a pulse. EMTs came in right after that and said he did a great job.
Seems to be a sentiment Mr. Steve is hearing a lot about himself lately, too.
Absolutely. He is a lifesaver.
Here is our last good news story for today. Visiting sick kids, Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban serenade hospital staff in Australia. Even the koala bears stop munching on eucalyptus leaves to take a listen. The celebrity couple sing Amazing Grace. How cool is that? Let's go to the videotape.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Amazing my heart. There you go. And grace my fears relieve. How precious is that grace of thee. I first believed. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Was blind, but now I see.
I would like to leave you with this great quote from Abraham Lincoln. It is about how you look at life. Here is the quote: "We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorn bushes have roses." Abraham Lincoln. This is Dr. Newcov saying, I love the good news stories. Until next time, God bless.